love or money. Emma was a very beautiful girl, but she didn't know it. She lived a quiet and simple life in a small town. Emma worked at a bakery to help her family. Every morning, she woke up before the sun and started baking bread and muffins. At night, she went to bed tired from all the hard work. That was her life. Day after day, the same routine. But one day, everything changed. A boy came into the bakery. His name was Daniel. He was rich. Everyone in town knew his family name. The Martins were known for their wealth. They owned many businesses, drove fancy cars, and lived in a huge house on the hill. But Daniel came alone. He wore a nice suit, but his eyes were kind. He asked for one chocolate muffin. Emma gave it to him with a smile and said, "Have a nice day." The next day Daniel came back. He ordered the same muffin, and then he came again the next day. People in town started talking. Why is Daniel Martin going to that little bakery? Is something wrong? Is he lost? But Daniel wasn't lost. He started talking to Emma. He asked her questions. What do you like? Do you enjoy reading? Do you listen to music? Emma was confused. No one like him had ever talked to her like that. She asked, "Why are you talking to me?" Daniel smiled and said, "Because you are different from everyone else." That made Emma think. What did he mean by that? What was he looking for? After 2 weeks, Daniel said something surprising. "I think I like you." Emma didn't know what to say. She was just a poor girl who baked muffins. He was a rich boy from a powerful family. Was he joking? But the next day, he said it again. "I think I like you a lot." Now things felt different. Emma's heart was confused. Her mind was full of questions. Could a rich boy really like a poor girl like her? Would his parents accept someone like her? Was this true, or just a dream that would end badly? She didn't know the answers, but something had started. Something real. Something that would change both their lives forever. At first, no one knew about Daniel and Emma. They talked in secret. They laughed together. They shared stories and dreams. It felt special. It felt real. But secrets don't stay secret forever. One morning, Daniel didn't come to the bakery. Then 2 days passed. Then 3. Emma began to worry. Did he forget about her? Did she say something wrong? On the 4th day, Daniel returned. But he looked different. His smile was gone. His eyes looked tired. He said, "My parents found out about us." Emma's heart dropped. She didn't say anything. She just listened. "They're angry," Daniel said. "They told me I can't see you anymore." Why? Emma thought. What did I do wrong? Daniel continued. They said if I keep seeing you, they will stop supporting me. No money, no school, no job in the family business. Emma couldn't believe it. She wanted to cry, but she stayed silent. Then he said, "I don't care. I want to be with you." But Emma didn't feel happy. She felt scared. If he chose her, he would lose everything. She looked into his eyes and said, "You don't need me. You need your future." Daniel replied, "You are my future." Those words were sweet, but they were also dangerous. Now everything was harder. Daniel had to choose love or money, Emma or his family. And Emma had to ask herself a painful question. Should she let him fight for her? Or should she walk away so he doesn't lose everything? There was one more problem. Someone else was watching. Someone who wanted Daniel for herself. Her name was Sabrina. She was from Daniel's world. She wore expensive clothes and went to fancy schools. Her family and Daniel's family had always planned for them to be together. Everyone thought they would get married one day. But now Daniel was spending time with a poor bakery girl. Sabrina was angry. She felt jealous. She felt afraid. What if Daniel really loved Emma? What if he forgot about Sabrina forever? She started making plans. One day, Sabrina went to the bakery. She ordered a coffee. Then she looked Emma straight in the eyes. "You don't belong with Daniel," she said. Emma didn't answer, but her heart started beating fast. Sabrina continued, "He has a future. You don't. Do you really want to destroy his life?" That night, Emma couldn't sleep. Her mind was full of doubts. Maybe Sabrina was right. Maybe she was just a problem in Daniel's life. Maybe she should go. The next day, Daniel came to the bakery with flowers. He smiled and said, "I want you to meet my friends." But Emma looked down and said, "Maybe we should stop." Daniel looked shocked. "Why?" he asked. Emma said, "Your life is big. Mine is small. You will lose everything. I don't want to be the reason you suffer." Daniel said again, "I already told you. I don't care." But Emma could still hear Sabrina's voice in her head. "You are not part of his world." Then something happened that made things worse. Daniel's father took his car, his money, and even his phone. He told him, "If you want to live like a poor man, go ahead." Daniel had nothing now. He walked to the bakery. He looked tired. Emma felt a sharp pain in her heart. He said, "This is not your fault. This is my choice." But Emma still didn't feel right. She started thinking about leaving. At the same time, Sabrina went to Daniel's parents and told them a lie. She said, "Emma is using him." She told me herself. Daniel's mother started crying. His father got angry. Daniel said, "That's not true." But they didn't believe him. Now everything was broken. Emma didn't trust herself. Daniel didn't trust his family. Sabrina was smiling. She thought she had won. But something was going to happen. Something no one saw coming. Daniel didn't give up. Even with no money and no support, he still came to see Emma. But Emma was changing. She didn't laugh like before. She didn't speak much. Her heart was heavy. Every day she asked herself, should I let him go? Should I protect him from me? One night, Emma wrote a letter. In it, she said, "You have a bright future. You don't need me. I love you, but I must go." She left the letter on the bakery counter and went home. She didn't wait to see Daniel's reaction. The next morning, Daniel came and found the letter. He read it. Then he read it again. He said nothing. He just walked out of the bakery. That night, Sabrina's parents had a big party. Everyone important was invited. Rich families, business leaders, even Daniel's parents. Sabrina wore a fancy dress. She told her friends, "Tonight, Daniel will be mine again." But Daniel didn't come. People waited. Sabrina smiled and said, "He'll be here." She was wrong. Daniel was walking to the bakery, not to buy muffins but to find Emma. When he got there, the bakery was closed. He waited outside. After 2 hours, Emma returned to get her bag. She was surprised to see him. "Why are you here?" she asked. Daniel handed her the letter. "You don't decide for me. I decide. I want you. Not money, not lies, just you." Emma felt something she hadn't felt in days. Hope. Meanwhile, something else happened. Daniel's mother found a voice message on Sabrina's phone. Sabrina had forgotten to delete it. In the message, Sabrina said, "Emma is just a poor girl. I'll scare her. She'll leave him. Trust me." Daniel's mother listened. She was silent. Then she said to her husband, "We made a mistake." The next morning, Daniel's mother came to the bakery. Emma was cleaning the counter. When she saw her, her hands froze. Her heart beat fast. Is she here to tell me to stay away again? But Daniel's mother looked calm. She placed a letter on the table. "I found this," she said. Emma opened it. It was the same letter she had written to Daniel. "He gave me this yesterday," the mother said. "He loves you." Emma didn't speak. She didn't know what to say. Then Daniel's mother said something unexpected. "I heard a voice message on Sabrina's phone. She lied about you. You were just trying to protect Daniel. You are honest. I was wrong about you." Later that day, Sabrina's lie became public. The voice message was sent to many people. Her friends, her family, her school. Everyone started asking questions. Sabrina didn't say a word. She left town 1 week later. But the biggest surprise was still coming. Daniel's father walked into the bakery. Emma and Daniel were both there. The father looked serious. Then he said, "When I was young, I loved a girl like you, Emma. My father didn't let me marry her. I never forgot her. I don't want to make the same mistake with my son." Emma and Daniel looked at each other. Was this real? Daniel's father said, "I don't care if you're poor. You are honest. And that's something this family needs." Now everything had changed. The people who once said no were now saying yes. The people who tried to break them apart were gone. The bakery was full again. Not just with muffins, but with hope. 3 months later, Daniel and Emma were still together. They didn't have a big house or fancy things, but they had peace. Daniel started working at the bakery. He was learning how to bake bread, cakes, and muffins. People came not only for the food, but also for the story. The rich boy who gave up everything for love. The poor girl who was stronger than fear. Some people still talked. Some people still didn't believe it. But Emma and Daniel didn't listen. They were happy. Every Saturday, Daniel's parents visited the bakery. His mother always said, "I'm proud of you." His father didn't say much. But one day, he looked at Emma and said, "Thank you for not giving up." Emma didn't reply, but inside, she felt warm. One day, Daniel's father gave him a letter. Inside was a paper with one sentence. "The family business is yours if you still want it." Daniel didn't know what to say. Emma said, "You don't have to choose anymore. Now you can have both, your future and me." Daniel smiled. "No," he said, "we have a future. Together." Emma looked around the bakery. She remembered the first day they met. He only asked for a chocolate muffin. Now they had love, respect, trust. No one could take that away. Even Sabrina was part of the past. No more lies, no more fear. Some people still said, "It won't last." But every morning, when Emma opened the bakery and Daniel turned on the lights, they knew one thing. Love had won. Not because it was easy, not because it was perfect, but because they chose each other every single day. Sometimes people think money is the most important thing, but money can disappear. Love, real love, stays. Daniel had everything, but he wasn't happy. Emma had nothing, but she had peace. When you love someone, you want the best for them, even if it hurts. Emma tried to leave to protect him. Daniel stayed to protect them both. Love is not about gifts or big houses. It's about choosing each other when life is hard. If someone loves you for who you really are, not for what you have, that's real love. And real love is stronger than lies, fear, or money. So if you ever face a big choice like they did, ask yourself, what makes your heart feel full, even when your hands are empty? If you like this story, don't forget to give it a like and share it with your friends who are learning English like you.